Good evening. It is May 12th, 2024, and it's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Here in Sherbrooke, it's Mother's Day. Um, just no idea why I'm wearing a hat inside. I just haven't taken it off since I got home. Anyway, I was at my mother's place today, and it was really nice. We ate pizza. Thank you, Mom, for the pizza. We cleaned her windows. It was good. We chatted. We hugged. It was great. Um, Here in Sherbrooke, it is currently 12 degrees Celsius. It's 10:04 p.m. The day's almost done. It's 12 degrees Celsius, 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, I'm really tired. It was difficult getting out of bed today. I went to bed too late. No drinking though. So I feel good about that, but I did fall asleep far too late. So on the way home from my mother's place, oh, by the way, before we get into that, the sun rose at 5:20 a.m. and the sun set tonight at 8:08 p.m. So let me tell you, I remember that the duration from sundown to sunset yesterday was less than 14 hours and 48 minutes, and today it was 14 hours and 48 minutes. So the days are still getting longer. Yeah, on the way home from my mother's place, I was thinking about what song to talk about, and I was thinking about Frank Black, and I was thinking about the song Phallocracy, which is great, and then I listened to Phallocracy. And then I started thinking about the song Dead Man's Curve by Frank Black. And I was looking it up on YouTube. And I listened to the version from Nonstop Erotic. And I was thinking, like, it's not as good as the first version that I heard was the live acoustic version off of Christ Mass by Frank Black, which is a really good live acoustic compilation. It had a couple studio songs, but I think it's an underrated entry in Frank Black's discography. Frank Black of the Pixies, legendary rock musician, alternative rock musician. And it's sort of weird, like, how he hasn't put out a solo album since 2011. And he's just been working on the Pixies. And, like, so I have not enjoyed what I've heard of the Pixies since they got back together, their albums and EPs. I guess what I heard, like, one song off of their most recent album, and the song was alright. But, like, and then also I was like, why? This was years ago that I started thinking, like, why is Frank Black just doing that? Especially now, like, I get that there is an open invitation to Kim Deal, I guess, or at least was a few years ago when I read an interview with Frank Black about this. An open invitation for Kim Deal if she wants to be a part of the Pixies again. She's welcome to, but she does not want to, according to Frank Black. So I guess, I mean, the rest of the members have to, keep doing what they're doing if they want to do the Pixies. But I was thinking about it, like, on the bridge tonight. And, like, okay, so the Pixies right now, at least the rest of the Pixies other than Kim Deal, have the opportunity to go out every night whenever they want and make thousands of people happy. Like, just play songs that everybody loves and just really, really make thousands of people very happy for a couple hours. And, like, I guess that's probably more fun and more fulfilling after a certain point in your career than to, I mean, of course, Frank Black is a very well-known, very well-respected musician in his own right, but he wouldn't be playing arenas, you know what I mean? And neither would, the other definitely not the other members. But it just, as far as like the recorded output, it just makes me sort of sad that like, I mean, even if the songs they wrote were just released under Frank Black's name, and the rest of the Pixies were in Frank Black's band, but I guess maybe they do more songwriting. I don't know, but it seems like sort of pointless for there to be more Pixies albums in this case, and just go out and fucking play, gouge away, and make people happy, and I want to see them. I sort of, not that I really had many opportunities, but I sort of refused for a long time because Kim Deal was on the band, and I'm like, I don't want to hear somebody else sing Kim Deal's songs. But anyway, at this point, I think that she's never going to come back into the band, and they're getting old. But then I listened to a version of Dead Man's Curve that I hadn't heard before on the compilation Abba Bubba from 2011, which I never heard before. I heard the name, but I never heard the compilation. And let me tell you, this is such a good version of the song, and I would say the definitive version. And I encourage you to listen to the version from Abba Bubba, and then listen to the version from Nonstop Erotic. I'll link both. Because although there are some interesting ideas in the Nonstop Erotic version, and some interesting parts in the execution, like I really like the organ arrangement is really cool, and there's some cool guitar licks in the second half of the song, but otherwise it's just a pretty run-of-the-mill alternative rock song. Whereas, like, the demo, or just the version on Abba Bubba, is so raw, and it sounds like, the vocals sound like, you know when rappers, like, record bars from prison? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it was recorded, like, on the telephone. And it's so raw and lo-fi, and evocative and expressive, like, evocative of, you know, even beyond, like, desperation of just, like, just giving in because you've got nothing else to lose, which is the vibe the song gives off lyrically. Yeah, it's so good, and I'm just really wondering, like, but, like, why? I mean, I guess because, you know, he was playing it with his band and found an arrangement that he liked, and was probably touring with his band and wanted to, you know, just what? There's absolutely nothing that the full band version of this song gives that elevates the song in any way, and I would say detracts from the simple beauty of that. Another song to check out on Abba Bubba. I mean, so far I listen to like the album up to Dead Man's Curve. It's been great so far. The song Alabaster is a very weird song. It's really weird. And I hesitated to maybe talk about that one because it's especially weird because it's not it's a pretty simple song, and like the vocally it's really good, and structurally it's not complicated, but the guitar's really dissonant, and there's this weird pad synth, like a pad sound on a synth, really like low in the background, that adds like more dissonance. It's really cool. Check out the song Alabaster. Later tonight in Sherbrooke, Quebec. Oh yeah, by the way, my friend Sam's knee was saying that there was 66% humidity today, although the weather was saying 60%. So it's close, but I